how to pick the right box for the right fly this week on Catch Guide Outdoors.
What type of fly goes in what box is actually pretty simple. For dry flies, you need to make sure that the box has enough depth to keep from crushing the hackle. You want that hackle to remain fluffy so it floats gently on the top of the water. Nymphs, given they're compact, can go pretty much anywhere, and you can stuff hundreds of them into a nymph box. Streamers, on the other hand, require a mix. They need to be uncompressed, and you need the box to be large enough so the tails don't get crushed. Just for you, I made the sacrifice the other day, and I stuffed a bunch of streamers into this 8-compartment box to show you what happens when you put flies into a box that's not properly sized. Look how flat those suckers got. You can see it's like someone took a plane and just ran it right across the top of these things. They're all crushed. The hackle on the couple dry flies I put in over here is all smushed down, so you don't want to do that. If you're going to use one of these 8-compartment boxes, better to put your nymphs over here on this side and your dry flies on this. A better approach for dry flies is to have a box like this with plenty of depth. You can see how deep that is, and there's plenty of room for these flies. Look at these wet flies right here. You can see that they have not been crushed at all, and I've got all my dries that I typically use on Virginia trout streams in this particular box. Another good option is this type of box that has a removable insert. That way you can have one box but different flies for different situations. So in this case I've got a box that has a lot of my saltwater flies, and I'm going to go fishing and try and catch some white perch tomorrow, and I can just pop this insert in. Just to show a few other box options, here's a great box for nymphs. It has all these little compartments where you could separate them out and keep them organized by type, and it's nice, small, and compact. These leaf boxes are nice because, especially with the transparent, you can see directly into them to see what you're dealing with. Here's a box I got when I was 7 years old and started fly fishing. It's old school with little metal clips. I don't use it anymore because I like the foam better. It's easier to get the flies in and out. A cheap box that you can find pretty much anywhere is this Plano box that has the foam, and you can stuff things into here. I don't really like these because they're really just kind of too small. Now these are good if you have the discipline to organize your flies by the body of water you're going to fish. Then you just put the particular flies into here, and now if you lose it, you haven't lost that much. A box I don't like is this one right here. Look how skinny it is. Yeah, you could put nymphs in here, and in fact you can see from the marks that I did, but even the nymphs I found look like they were starting to get crushed a little bit. So I don't recommend a box that looks like this. Another thing that you don't want to do is to take a lure box from your spin fishing days and drop a bunch of flies into it. Yeah, they've got plenty of depth. This one is actually still full of jigs for my saltwater fishing. But as soon as you open it and start to try and get things out, sure enough, a sadistic wind is going to come up, swoop in, grab all those dry flies, and now they're all gone, all down the river. So don't do this. Get a box made for flies.
So, save some money. Only buy the boxes you need for the type of flies you're going to use. Comments welcome. Take care.